Cause number 24-3166-DCD. Present in my virtual courtroom are both parents. That would be the non-custodial parent, Rene Garza, and the custodial parent, Angelica Cano. Let me start with Mr. Garza. Go ahead and announce yourself with your full legal name, sir.
My name is Rene D. Garza.
Thank you. And
De co-defendant KH Raha Haiku, a lawyer afford Nahi Kar Sakta. Yahan ek important legal right trigger Hoda Hai. Agar AAP afford Nahi Kar Sakt. Court APCO public defender assign Cardi Hai.
followed by Ms. Cano.
I do.
Thank you. I need to tell you a couple things before I involve Ms. Nichols and we start talking about the actual case. Is that one, I'm an associate judge. I've been appointed to hear cases filed by the Office of the Attorney General, their child support unit. As an associate court, we are courts of record. They do not assign court reporters to our courts. We have a digital recorder, so be aware of that. Make you aware so that you'll understand all your answers need to be verbal, obviously, but loud enough for the recorder to pick up and the court to hear. No answering questions by shaking your head or nodding. That does not record. And no ahas or ahs. This is a formal courtroom, so I'll expect yeses and nos. The other part of the being an associate court is that you are allowed to appeal any rulings from this court to a higher court. That would be to an elected district judge. So at the end of the hearing, if you need me to give you more specifics, I will, but there is a right of appeal from this court to a higher court at the district court level. The second part of the recording issues is you did hear me announce that we were live streaming on YouTube. It is a requirement that the courts are open to the public. That's been true for forever. And courts had been sitting in courtrooms with people coming in to observe proceedings, whether they were involved in cases or not. They could watch their courts at work. It's a part of our Constitution, the open courts requirement. When COVID happened, they went to Zoom court as a way to just keep conducting business. They figured out because of the open courts, they set up the live streaming on YouTube as a way for the public to log into the YouTube app and watch the courts on a live stream channel on YouTube. So that's what's happening now. I tell you that so that you're aware of it and you don't blurt out your home addresses, your social security numbers, your cell numbers, something that identifies you that you probably would not want out on the internet for anybody to use it or abuse it. So I try to catch you if you get there, but if I don't and you say it, it's out there, I can't bring it back. So I'll take it back. So be aware of that. And also be nice so that people are watching this and you're in a courtroom, people could watch in a courtroom anyway. So just behave yourselves. So the last part of the recording issues is do not record. It would be considered in violation of our laws, subject.
Tension bad jodi high jab wa apni innocence repeat karna high. Audience, AP kia sakti ho. Yet desperation high ya sack high?
For your record, for some reason, if you need a copy, you ask, there's a way to contact my court coordinator to ask for that, but otherwise do not record yourself. Out of all of the recording issues, Mr. Garza, do you have any questions or concerns about any of them?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
And out of the, for Zoom, being going forward on Zoom, do you consent to do that, sir?
I am, yes.
Okay, same for you, Ms. Cano. Any concerns about recordings?
No, ma'am.
And you consent to go forward on Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Let me defer to Ms. Nichols next. She's going to identify herself and give me an opening statement on what I'm doing today on y'all's case, and then it's going to be followed by testimony. Ms. Nichols?
Yes, A.H. Nichols representing the state. This suit is based on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship filed by the OAG's office. DNA testing was done. It was completed, confirming Mr. Garza is the father of the child, and I've sent the DNA results to the court if you'd like to look at that.
They'll also be attached to the order, and if you'll ask me to admit them, I'll take judicial notice of them during the case. Okay.
Parties have agreements on every issue except for retroactive child support. So I'll tell the court what the parties' agreements are. Parties agree that the child's last name will remain as Cano. Parties are appointed joint managing conservators. The only change to that is that Ms. Cano will have the exclusive right to apply for the child's passport. Parties agree to that. Parties agree to standard possession schedule.
Okay.
Parties agree to each download app close and communicate through app close regarding the child. Parties agree that Mr. Garza's gross monthly resources are $5,000.67 a month. Mr. Garza has one other child for whom he pays child support. Parties agree that the child in this case will stay on Ms. Cano's health insurance and dental insurance. The cost of the health insurance is $235 monthly. The cost of the dental is $5 monthly. And Mr. Garza will reimburse mom for both the health and dental premium. Parties agree that child support will be guideline. After giving credit to Mr. Garza for taxes and for payments on health and dental premiums, his guideline and the fact that he has one other child, his guideline support is $691. The parties agree on that.
Start dates, did you agree on those?
So the parties agree to actually start April 1st, 2025.
Okay.
And parties agree that Mr. Garza will pay court costs as billed 1 year from today.
And on the issue of non-disclosure, were you ever headed there or not headed there?
Judge Clear Car Deed Hain. Agar contact na recall lawyer Kasath. To warrant issue ho jaega. Yet ek reminder high could me discipline or follow up sab zyada matter car to high.
I don't know who they call first. They get to decide. However, the other person, if you're not a witness, don't talk, don't interrupt, but you're going to have your turns to reply, just not on the other person's time, unless it's a valid legal objection, something that you could raise, fine, but not just to interrupt and tell your side. You'll get that courtesy. And the same courtesy of not being interrupted when it's your turn. So Ms. Nichols, you may call your first witness.
Yes, I will call, well, first, I ask the court to admit State's Exhibit 1, which is that DNA test result paper.
And Ms. Gano, you've seen that report?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gano, you've seen it as well? The DNA report that shows paternity of 99 point blah, blah, blah percent, 99.
I've seen it, yes. Mr. Garza, yes, I've seen it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not
okay.
sure. Sorry, Mr. Garza. Yes, I just want to make sure you've seen it before I admit it. If you've seen it, then surely there's no objection. I will admit the DNA results, the report for the child. And then you didn't say it, but I'm going to presume it. This order will establish paternity as well. That's the whole point of this. But
That's correct.
and Mr. Garza will be found to be the father. Will be legal, be in the order. Okay.
I do have one question.
Okay, may as well ask it. What is it, Mr. Garza?
Back to the Cano. I mean, I don't know if we can get a change to Garza.
Okay.
I can elicit testimony from the parties about that.
Okay.
Okay. And can you give me the birth date of the child, Ms. Nichols? So I can be thinking about it, all of this stuff while we're talking.
Yes, let me give you the birth date of the child. Yes, her name is Ava Ray Cano. And the birthday is January 22nd, 2015.
So the child is
10 years old.
10 years old. That's right. Okay, thank you. Then we'll
Okay.
proceed with witnesses. Okay.
Okay, the state calls Ms. Cano. Ms. Cano, your child's last name is currently Cano, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any problems with the name being Cano-Garza?
No.
Okay. Pass a witness just on that issue, Judge, and then Mr. Garza, call Mr. Rene Garza.
Yes.
Sir, would you have any issue with your daughter's last name being Cano-Garza?
I do not.
Okay, so that's okay with both parties.
I'm fine with that, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That
All right.
sounds like a good compromise. Thank you for saving me the trouble. Being one of you unhappy, but it still requires, even with a court order signed by me that says the child's name has changed, you really need to go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics, amend the birth certificate. There's a cost. You can't rely on the AG to do that. They don't pay for that. And then there'll be a name change on there. And with that, and a court order. You can go to Social Security, you can go to everywhere and anywhere and prove the new name and show it so the records will be changed. And don't wait, don't prolong it, because then she's known as one thing and legally it's another. Then there's going to be huge problems for her down the road. So don't do that.
Who's responsible for paying for that?
I don't tell anybody they're responsible, because either of you could do it. If you go down there together and split the cost, that's one thing. If you don't get along and one of you decides you can't afford it and the other one doesn't do it, you're in trouble. Or you're not in trouble. It's just it doesn't happen, and then you can't do what you need to do and what the child needs for later on, for certificates of graduation, for all sorts of stuff. You really need to go do it. You decide, and somebody beats the other one, let them know, so you're not both there trying to do the same thing on different days and you confuse the staff people. And the state's not doing it. I'm just telling you that. So y'all decide. But thank you for the name change agreement. So Ms. Nichols, you want to continue?
Okay, I will now call Ms. Cano. Okay, Ms. Cano, were you at any point, were you and Mr. Garza living together?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Garza, will you mute yourself? I'm hearing some fuzziness. Okay, I think that's better now. Okay, thank you. And I'll have the court take judicial notice of the state's petition to establish a parent-child relationship, which was filed in November 2024.
Take notice of said pleading.
Okay. So, Ms. Cano, so at no point since November 2020, you and Mr. Garza were ever living together?
No, ma'am.
Since then, has Mr. Garza provided any money directly to you for Ava's care?
Yes.
Do you know how much?
I was doing a calculation, so I had given you the Cash App total, which was about $1,700. I think it was like $1,707, but some of that did include him paying for like jerseys for himself and hats for himself for her softball stuff. And if she asked him for money to buy food like that, he would pay it directly to me for me to get it for her. But then I forgot, he actually texted me and told me that he was up to $5,000 on Venmo, what he had sent me. So I went to look at Venmo, and what I could calculate on Venmo just from, just like not for what he gave me to give to her, because everything that he put on Venmo, like for a receipt, was say for Ava, but it was not for Ava's care. It was like for stuff that Ava would ask for. But from what he gave me for on Venmo, that what I calculated was $7,235 from 2022. And then,
Okay.
and then he would also give me money to my UFCU account. He would directly put money in that account. And I don't have a record of how much of that is, but I would say probably about $500. So
Okay.
total, I came up with about $9,235 that he's given me since 2022.
Okay, and that's just for Ava's care?
Yes.
Okay. So according to your calculations, will you say that number again, please?
$9,235.
Okay. All right. I will pass the witness for now and call Mr. Garza.
Before you do that, so is there a total amount that's higher, but you've pulled out things that you think the kid asked him for that?
Yes.
Yes. Well, first of all, what kind of things were they? Just snacks?
So, so she would call him like, "Dad, can you send Mom $10 so she can go and buy me this?" Or, "Can you send Mom $10 so she can buy me this at school?" Or, "Dad, I need fireworks. Can you send Mom money for fireworks?" Stuff like that.
But okay, fireworks is different from school stuff or whatever other stuff. I mean, do you have a whole laundry list of the things they were for, or just generic?
I mean, I could go back to my text messages because I save all my text messages, but that would take a long time. I mean, it's like Go ahead.
If the child is asking for it and it prevented you from pulling out the $10 from your pocket to buy her something that she thought she needed, you don't want to give him any credit for any of it? Okay.
I mean, it wasn't that much of a difference, but I mean, and a lot of it too was stuff that he would pay for like her softball stuff for him, like her jerseys, her hats, stuff like that.
And you were able to identify which what amounts were for him and
Yeah,
just
because some
take
of
that
the
out?
some of the things he would put like fireworks, or he would put like an emoji for something else, not for, but like the stuff like that was for Ava, like for stuff, I don't know. I don't know, like
Okay, well, just for my benefit, how much
Mhm.
did you think he overall did go through you versus how much you say was for the child? You already
I
told me
don't I don't
9,200.
know. I'd
Did
have
you
to
add the whole amount? No.
I'd have to calculate it.
Do you know how much was before November of 2020?
There before, well, he wasn't in her life for 3.5 years.
Okay, but if you can only go back for 4 years from when this thing was filed and go back to November of 2020,
He wasn't in her life. He started being in her life in January of 2022.
okay, so all of it from 22 to now, and nothing before 2022 from November to what was the first month he paid?
I think it was February of 2022.
So whatever he did from 22 to 20 to now, to April or to March of now,
He hasn't given me money since October or November of last year.
so he paid in November of last year, so you haven't got
He gave
anything.
me like $10 in November of last year, I think it was.
Okay.
So I have a question for Ms. Kano when you're done, Judge.
Okay. Sure, I'm just trying to get this straight. If part of the time has been covered, but not all of it, and then some of it, nothing, that might make a difference. It might not, I don't know. But I'll stop you. Ms. Nichols, do you want to follow up? Sure.
And Ms. Kano, you said, so basically for a period of about 2 years, Mr. Garza paid you $9,235 for Ava's care.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Pass a witness. Mr. Garza? Can you unmute yourself? Okay, Mr. Garza. Would you agree with Ms. Kano that within the last 4 to 4.5 years, you provided $9,235 for Ava's care?
Just on the apps alone, it's going to be a little more than that. And then on top of that, the money that I have, and I'm in the process, when all this happened and hit me this morning, I got a hold of UFCU, and they're unable to give me the records that far back as far as the money that's been exchanged through the accounts of what I've transferred over to her from my account. But it's going to be more than that as well.
Okay, so what is your calculation?
I don't have an exact number again because I'm trying to get that through my bank at the moment.
Well, let me ask you, then you're not ready? You want to wait and get numbers well, because I don't want to have a whole hearing and then at the end say, oh, wait, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I completely understand. If it's gonna cost for us to have another hearing in order for me to get those documents from you, and I wish I could have downloaded them, but on my app, it only allows me to go back to a year as far back to be able to archive those. So I do have to go into the office to get the documents for the years prior.
To the bank office, you mean, or?
Yes, to the bank office. Yes, because I can't do it it doesn't allow me to do it on the app over the website.
They didn't tell you how far they will go back or whether you're not going to be able to get all of it?
They can go back, but I have to go into the office to get that. But what's available for me online, it only goes back a year.
So the one
You're-
thing missing is the UFCU account completely?
Completely, yeah, completely the UFCU account, because again, I wasn't aware that I was going to have to present any of this information until just a short while ago after meeting with Ms. Nichols. And once I did, I started doing my investigating as far as pulling the Venmo, pulling the Cash Apps, and I have submitted those through the email that was provided to me.
Ms. Nichols, having heard that, do you have something you wanted to say or something else?
No, I just want to say, the state wants to push for final orders today. So no, we don't want to do temporary orders and then come back.
Sure.
I think this case has been reset a few times. It sounds like Mr. Garza agrees that we want to finalize this as soon as possible.
Yeah, but I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know what you're going to say or not say. And she already doesn't know either. So,
Okay.
When you have evidence, I look at it. If you don't have evidence, I might give you a chance. This is your first contested hearing. Although if I remember right, y'all were here, reached an agreement, and then it fell apart.
So one other thing is, as far as the last payment that I gave was in November, a couple of months back when I thought this whole order was going into place, before we even met, I went ahead and set up something on the portal, and I did submit some child support payments through the portal.
Okay. So altogether,
Okay, through the Attorney General, you mean?
Through the Attorney General's portal, yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I did that, and then I didn't know. I just thought maybe I hadn't set it up to be able to come out of my bank like it normally. Come out of my check like it normally does. So I went ahead and set it up, and I just deposited that money into the portal. And then when we met, it was like, oh no, well, we hadn't even finished any of this stuff, so it was kind of all new to me. But I did start making the payments through that portal.
Okay, is that gonna throw another monkey wrench in this, Ms. Nichols? Or do y'all have money that you're holding or in anything else?
no, I think I'll just ask Mr. Garza how much he sent to the state.
I think it was maybe 1,000.
Maybe versus how much the state received, is that gonna be?
I'm not sure that I'm able to look into that since an order was actually entered.
Sorry, I know the amounts. One payment was $700 and the other payment was $500.
Okay, so $1,200.
One was in January and one was in February.
You said I hadn't given you any since November, but okay.
Stop. We're not doing this. We're not going to fight on camera in court.
No, but I'm getting confused about who's got what and who can prove what. Especially if you say 1,000, you say 600. Okay, there's a discrepancy there. Who am I supposed to believe if Ms. Nichols can't confirm it? And you wouldn't be able to confirm it off of any of your screens?
I can get it for you off of the Attorney General site. It's 700 in January and 500 in February.
So why did you tell me 100 in January?
I didn't say 100. I said 700.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote
It's
down
okay.
100. Okay, so you're saying it is 1,200?
Yes.
And is that what you said? You said maybe 1,000 would be more
I
accurate.
said it was 1,000, so that's about right. 1,200, I guess, is what it was. Yeah.
But state can't verify it if you forwarded it to mom?
I can do a screenshot of it. I can pull up my Attorney General.
You don't need to screen share it. You just tell me especially if it's the same number. I don't care to see it, but
Yeah, it was 700. I can tell you the exact dates too. Hold on.
okay. Well, 700 was just for one payment, then 500 for another payment.
Correct.
Okay.
On 3/7, I got $500 and 136.65. But I think they took out, because with the Attorney General's you have to pay like $35 for the yearly thing. So they took out that $35, so it would have been $700 if they would have taken out that $35.
Can the state verify that?
Judge, I would have to ask one of our financial specialists, and that would take a second.
I have it right here. It's an annual service fee, $35 on 1/30/2025.
Yeah.
And I can screenshot this and email it if you like.
Okay, I'm not sure anybody's opposing any of that. I just thought the state could quickly see it for yourself, but you can't. You don't have that.
Just from what I have access to as an AAG is different from what financial specialists have access to.
Okay, then let's work. It looks like at least some of this is not disputed, but even if I said it was, who's supposed to pay the fee, Ms. Nichols? I didn't realize you were charging fees.
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know.
Do you know, Ms. Cano, they requested the money out of you or out of him, or
they take it out of my child support automatically?
The $30?
It's like, I think I want to say I don't know. I know they charge $35 this year.
It's 35. And so have you ever been charged $35 or anything else to keep the account open, Mr. Garza?
No, I know that there was a fee for like an administrative fee or something when I applied those payments, but I can't recall what, the amount, but I read that it was a fee for paying online using a card or something. I don't know.
Well, this is brand new to me because, I remember fees in the old days, but and there's never been an issue now. I know it's piddly, but should